Hey guys, what's up? It's Solo, and today we are going to be doing the Neomuna, I believe it's pronounced, the Neomuna theory, which is going to be basically us going over what we know and what could be possibly going on with the location on Neptune, Neomuna. And we have actually quite a bit of information that we didn't know because of people looking at the lore, not only for the new ghost shell, but also for the new exotic that people got, and also the Destiny 1 reference that people were bringing up in regards to this new civilization. But anyway, guys, let's get into it and let's ask some actual general questions about this city or this civilization living on Neptune. Alright, so for the first question is we're going to ask ourselves, how did they get to Neptune, and what part of civilization did they come from, and what point can we look towards to see where this started? Well, a lot of people want to go with the theory that they were part of an Exodus mission. Now, if you guys don't know, Exodus missions, there was a bunch of them, and you can see the remnants of them in like Exodus Black, Exodus Red, Exodus Green, and Exodus Blue. And they're all scattered throughout Destiny 1 and 2 as either maps or locations that you're going to see throughout some of the campaigns. Now, the original Exodus mission actually had a group, and I'll put a picture up of the cloak that mentions them, called the Cloud Walkers, which we now think is known as the Cloud Strikers, with how they just like give the same name kind of with these guys, and how they just kind of disappeared off of the first Exodus mission and just vanished from civilization as we know it. Now, this means that more than likely that they departed right after the collapse happened on the Exodus mission. So that may explain why we see them having such advanced technology, because they could have burrowed in with what they have, including nanobot technology, which we'll get into in a second, having it be so advanced to the point where it's beyond the capabilities of even what we've seen with Siva, and allowing them to basically manipulate and shape their guns into different forms. But anyway, that's the theory on how they got there. Now let's talk about how they've stayed hidden for so long. Alright, so the next question is how did they go off grid for so long and not get noticed? Now, there's a lot of factors in here. For example, if you sit in the tower long enough, or, sorry, not the tower, the helm, long enough and listen to Crow Babylon about different things, he says that there was a disturbance detected near Neptune, but it seems like it was kind of disregarded, and so you don't think much of it until Lightfall came out and they talked about Neptune having the civilization on it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I believe the only reason that there was no issue with Neptune, they have such advanced technology to be able to build themselves up that they wouldn't need help from other people for like something like, I don't know, the Hive or the Fallen. But with someone like the Witness, they are now calling out for help, because I feel like the Witness is going to be the first to find them, not the Guardians, because the Guardians, I feel like, are going to get pointed towards that direction in the next coming seasons, towards when Lightfall is supposed to start. So, yeah, the way that they've kept hidden is they've basically been radio silent this whole time and not giving out any signals or any, like, transmissions that could be detected by basically anyone in the system. And for the Witness, they just had nothing of the Witness's knowledge until, well, we find some reason for them to go there. On the topic of being hidden for so long and why we would be there, I definitely, like I said, think that the Witness is going to be the first one to go there with Callus, and that's where they're going to plant their ship, because the way that they talked about it, it seems like Callus's ship is already planted by the time the Guardians get there, which makes me think with Season 18 being artifact hunting and Season 19 being whatever it's going to be, makes me believe that Aramis is going to find an artifact, or not just an artifact, but a basically map to where an artifact is, and it's going to lead her, the Witness, and Callus to Neptune. And during season 19, we might see someone like, I don't know, Zebu Wrath or something like that, join them to go to Neptune, and that will force us to have to go to Neptune to stop them from getting some sort of artifact or whatever is hidden on Neptune that they're looking for. Now, this also means that the Guardian is going to more than likely be following the Witness and Callus to try to stop them, or we're going to get a distress call finally from the people on Neptune, aka the Cloud Striders, and whoever may be living there. Which, let's get into something a little bit weirder about the trailer. So, this is a little bit weird and a question I asked myself, and the question was, in the trailer and all the screenshots that we saw, why are there no like civilians or people roaming around these places? Now, maybe just because where the timeline is, since Callus's ship is already there, that all the people who were there are like in safe houses or, you know, in their homes trying to be protective of themselves, or there's not a lot of people, you never know. But it just seems so like a desolate neon, you know, scape with like no one around, with all these screenshots of you fighting and like it's empty, and it's just weird. It seems like it's a ghost town, but that might just be because the Cabal has pushed everyone into their homes and basically they can't get out because they're afraid of dying from the Cabal and from Callus if they stand in the way, since some of them are more than likely not going to be Cloud Striders. And since we're going to be talking about Cloud Striders, let's get into the next topic. Alright, so now we're going to get into the Cloud Striders. Now we're going to show a picture of what we believe to be one of the Cloud Striders sitting on top of a building after shooting a pyramid ship. And we see their weaponry just basically transform back into something else. And from what we know and from the knowledge of the Ghost Shell, which we'll play a snippet of here. Hey guys, you're watching this in the Neomuna showcase and questions and everything else. So this is actually the shell that you get for pre-ordering Lightfall, and as you can see, it has these like weird like little things going in and out of it and all around, and these are known as Nanobytes. Now we'll get back to the video here in a second, but Nanobytes are basically Siva on steroids. Well, anyway, I finally got it looking at people in my in my tower. So let's get back to the video. We have what are known as Nanobytes. Now, Nanobytes are actually a lot more powerful than Siva was when it was taken. And my theory for these is that Siva, when it was originally introduced, some people still had some of it, which included these Cloud Walkers, and they eventually built onto the Siva to make it like faster, more proficient, more agile, and basically better in general, and not corrupting like Siva is. And now they use it to make weaponry, buildings, armor, things along those lines. And that's where we're going to get that from. And we only see it right now in the shell and also in the new Quicksilver auto rifle that everybody can get for pre-ordering Lightfall. Now, as far as the Cloud Striders, we don't know much about them. We have screenshots of them, and we know that they chose to protect their city of Neomuna, but we don't know really much about them as, like, I guess, a culture. And I'm actually looking forward to learning more about them when we get to Lightfall. Alright, here's a little extra tidbit before we get into our last topic, because the last one's going to be a pretty beefy one because it involves the new subclasses that are coming in with Lightfall. But if you guys notice that the ship that Callus has is actually different than any of the pyramid ships, which means the higher in rank, I'm guessing the higher of a ship you have, because like if you notice in the screenshots, which I'll put one up here, Callus's ship is not a pyramid ship, or at least from the view we're seeing, it looks more like a Star Destroyer from Star Wars, basically taking up a massive amount of space with pyramid ships in between it. So could this be a new ship type that the pyramid ships basically orbit around? Who knows? We could get more of an explanation in lightfall, of course, but it was just something I noticed while recording for this video, is that the ship that Callus is in looks different. It also has what looks like a Callus like mark on the front of it, so just to signify that it's Callus's ship. So maybe we'll see that for all of the witnesses, quote unquote lieutenants of the darkness. But yeah, let's get on to the final subject, which is going to be about the new subclass. Alright, for the final little bit of information we have, so Strand, which is the new darkness subclass that gives us grappling hooks, and goes as follows for names, which is Warlocks are called the Architect, Hunters are called Thread Runners, and then Tyrants are what Titans are called, and they all have their own descriptions. You can go read it on Bungie's website for Lightfall. It actually has smaller descriptions for each one. But this is a new energy type that is coming in with Lightfall, and is also an energy type that has only been discovered by the Guardians by the time we get to Lightfall. And we don't know if it's going to stay exclusive entirely in Lightfall, but we know that we are the first ones to discover it. And that begs the question, why are we now just discovering Strand if it's been a part of the darkness and so many beings have had the darkness longer than we have? Well, my theory for that is the fact that I feel like the Witness has a certain thing in mind, whereas, the Guardians are more open to a lot of different things, including having the light and the dark. I feel like the darkness is opening more up to the Guardians because it feels like it's going to be more understood by the Guardians. So it's opening up the Guardians, what they called the third eye, so then Guardians can go in and mess with strings of reality to get this new ability, because they're more understanding than the Witness would be with this threat and how things are going to be shaped. But we might get something else when it comes to Lightfall, of course, because they could have even more lore attached to it. But that's all we really know for now about Strand, is that it's going to be a new subclass. We don't know any grenades. We don't know any melees. We just know that what the supers are going to be, and that we have a grappling hook. But anyway, guys, let's get into the outro. Alright, everybody, that's going to be it for me today with the Neomuna theory. A lot of theories about, like, where the Cloud Striders come from, the new nanobit technology, the new, with Callus having a new army and a ship, and, like, what he's turning into, which we haven't seen what he's turning into yet. It's just all a lot. We probably will get more context when it comes to that and with the story. So keep an eye out for those theories, and of course the continuation of the story as time goes on. And yeah, anyway guys, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, comment down below what is your guys' theory for what we're gonna get with Strand. I'm gonna try to make a theory on what we may see as like melees or grenades, things along those lines. But anyway guys, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.